Let's talk about money management. This is actually quite an important subject, and it's unfortunate that it doesn't get taught more in schools or people shy away from it, learning on it online. It's so important. I'm basically going to tell you three things, but one of them is the most important. First thing you need to know is if you're starting a pressure washing business, you need to start a business account. You should not commingle your money, your personal and your business. Have them separate. It's good for tax reasons. It lets you know where things are at. Um, and then the next thing is that you should also start a savings account. Okay, that's actually number two. But really, take one thing away from this lesson. Just one thing. This is so important, you don't even know. Put aside 10 to 15%. I would start with at least 10% of what you make into your savings account. Always. And it's going to grow. It's going to build your confidence. Start small. Put $500 away that first week. Don't spend it. Putting it into the savings account builds your confidence. And then next week, put 600 away, And then sooner or later, maybe the next week is not so good. But then the next week, you have a really good week. So you put an extra 1,000. And then you have $2,100 in your savings account. And before you know it, your confidence is going to start to grow. And that's what money is. It's basically confidence. If someone is super confident in you, they will pay a lot of money. If you build your savings up more and more, you're going to be more and more confident in life, and it's going to reflect in your business. You're going to start getting better equipment. You're going to get better customers, higher paying customers. Before you know it, you're going to be at $5,000 just sitting there in case of an emergency. You might need it, but even then, keep building it. You really should be gunning for $100,000 in reserve. You might need it for a down payment on a house or something. Just keep building that reserve, and it's always 10%. It should be more. But doing a pressure washing business, you have a high profit margin. You're just paying for the chlorine and the gas and some equipment repair. But as you build that reserve, as your money accumulates, you're going to be happier. You're not going to be worried anymore. You now have your own business. You're not on a job. You can, if something happens, you can spend that money, and people will see that in you. They will see your confidence, but it has a lot to do with how you manage your money. If you're living week to week to week to week, like most people are, you're not going to have that stability in life. You're not going to be happy in life. You want to build a reserve. I'm telling you, this is very important. 10% goes into your savings account every week. Build it and build it and build it. And then when it's at 100,000, you build it some more. It takes a little bit of discipline, but it will always pay off in the end. And another thing, you do want to pay your payroll taxes, so set aside money for that. Keep paying into your savings. Don't just use it all for your taxes. Pay your quarterly taxes so you don't wind up with a huge bill at the end of the year that you can't pay and you have to use all of your reserves. Just pay that as you go. Charge for taxes while you're putting out your bids. Mark Kate will help you with that. But again, one of the most important things that I can teach you in this course is to put away that 10% every week. The more you do it, the more your confidence will build, the happier you will be in life. This pressure washing business will grow and grow in value in terms of how many customers, how many Google reviews. But as long as you have that reserve, the better your life will flow. I promise. Okay? Keep that in mind.